In 2022, the Los Angeles Kings made the playoffs for the first time in 4 years. They lost in the first round, in 7 games, to the Edmonton Oilers. In the years since, they've added a Vezina-caliber goalie, injected top-tier youth talent throughout the roster, solidified the depth of their entire team, and even changed their logo. The result of that was losing in the first round, in 6 games, to the Edmonton Oilers. Every single year since 2022, everything that the Kings have done year in and year out, all their hard work has led to losing in the first round, in however many games, to the Edmonton Oilers. The run begins in 2022. Todd McLellan coached the Kings to a 99-point season, good for 6th in the Western Conference. In what was a wildly inconsistent series, the Kings pushed it to Edmonton's home ice in Game 7 before losing 2-0, shut out for the second and final time in the series. Scoring was a clear problem of this Kings team. In the regular season, their leading scorer was 34-year-old Andrei Kopitar, who only produced 67 points. Only 3 players scored 20 or more goals on the team. No player was a point per game for them in the playoffs, while the Oilers had 3. And so, the squad required changes. The Kings would make a big splash in the offseason to address the scoring. Drawing on their deep prospect pool, LA moved Brock Faber and their 2022 first for Kevin Fiala, their immediate best offensive talent, and they proved to be much better for it. The Kings scored 41 more goals in the 2022-23 regular season and enjoyed a 5-point improvement in the standings. That was certainly fueled by other factors like a full season of Drew Doughty, better performance from young players, and adding Vladislav Gavrikov at the trade deadline. And yet, their performance was ultimately worse. Their increased scoring did translate to the playoffs, but McDavid, Draisaitl, and Bouchard rampaged through Los Angeles and took the series in 6. The Kings took action again, but these moves proved much less successful. The Kings moved Sean Durzi, Sean Walker, Cal Peterson, and Futures in efforts to clear space in their roster. Then, the Kings took on $4.5 million in cap space, moving out Gabe Vilardi, Alex Iafallo, Rasmus Kupari, and a 2024 second, all to bring in Pierre-Luc Dubois. The Kings then dropped back to the exact same record they'd had 2 seasons prior. Mid-season, Todd McLellan was let go in favor of Jim Hiller, and the Kings on the whole were underwhelming. There were some big positives. Adrian Kempe broke through to a new career high, Quinton Byfield was beginning to show flashes of elite talent, and the Kings got great all-around goaltending. But PLD was awful, Victor Arvidsson missed most of the season, and, of course, the Kings ultimately lost to the Oilers again. In their worst performance yet, pretty much everyone but Kempe was terrible, and the Oilers claimed the series in 5. The Kings really were different this year, at least in the public perspective. For once, many people really did have faith in the Kings to take this series. LA was deeper than ever this season. They had a legitimate Vezina-caliber goalie in Darcy Kuemper, acquired for PLD, making a miracle out of that horrible trade. They managed to acquire a first-liner at the trade deadline for just a 3rd-round pick. And they secured the home ice advantage for the first round, after being the most impressive home ice team in the league in the regular season, setting them up for 4 easily winnable games. There's no way Edmonton was going to get them this time, right? It really sucks for the Kings that the playoff formatting is the way that it is. Unfortunately, they're destined to play the Edmonton Oilers in the first round, and with their current setup, they're destined to lose. No matter how much they struggle at points, the Oilers always seem to get to the Kings and get them to fall into playing Edmonton's style. And with the star power that Edmonton has, LA is always fighting a losing battle there. What the Los Angeles Kings have produced over the past 4 seasons is not good enough. In fact, it's not even close to good enough. What they're trying to do doesn't work, and continues to result in them getting torn apart by the likes of McDavid, Draisaitl, and Bouchard. But the Kings are entering the 4th off-season of this now, and now is the opportunity for some real change, the opportunity for something different. The Los Angeles Kings have employed a defensive style for years, but the players that was built for might not be able to handle it the same. Andrei Kuzmenko will be 38 next season, and Drew Doughty is 35, yet the Kings still seem to depend on them like crazy. The timeline of the talent within the organization is clearly a problem. The Kings are really split across 3 generations. What's left of the old guard that helped them win their 2010s championships, the wave of stars in their prime, and the prospects recently graduating from what was a stacked farm system. They're operating on these 3 different timelines, something that cannot work to win a championship when other contenders are always fully committed to winning right now. Management is at fault for this, and it's quite possible that they'll need new voices to transition forwards. Like it or not, change is inevitable, and the Kings are beyond a point where they can depend as much as they do on the likes of Kopitar and Doughty to win them a championship. But that's not necessarily a bad thing. Quinton Byfield and Brandt Clarke, for example, look incredibly promising. Byfield has shown flashes of truly world-class potential, and Brandt Clarke got some crucial goals in their playoff games. Yet, the organization at points seems like antagonistic to them, sparking trade rumors where that shouldn't even be a consideration. Both are incredibly gifted offensively and could thrive in a system tailored more towards their talents. Likewise, Adrian Kempe and Kevin Fiala are stars now, under fantastic deals that provide flexibility for the Kings. Playing to their strengths could allow the both of them to reach an entirely different level. Whatever it is, the Kings clearly need some sort of organizational change, and the organization hasn't been afraid to make moves or admit mistakes in the past. And that is how they will move forward. GM Rob Blake will be in charge of that process, so long as the organization will continue to have him. His moves have been inconsistent, some good, some bad, some arguably both. But he's maybe most responsible for the incompatible timelines. He hasn't done much in free agency over the years, and the young talent hasn't taken over, at least not fast enough. With 8 seasons under his belt now and nothing major to show for it, his time could be winding down. The change might come through coaching. Jim Hiller only took over last season, and this first full season as head coach, the Kings equaled their all-time high in season points. But it's all about the playoffs, and as the pressure mounts on the Kings organization, he might be the fall guy for them. Regardless of how it happens, change needs to happen. 4 consecutive first-round losses is bad enough, but it's even worse that they haven't been able to figure out the same team, the oldest team in the NHL, for 4 years. Los Angeles has so much potential. Leaders as part of the team that still impact the game immensely, that can mentor the next generation. Star talents locked up on team-friendly contracts, and top picks and young players with superstar-level potential. It's up to the organization, whether it be through the general manager, coaching, or players themselves, to unlock the franchise's potential.